Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. As you may know, if you follow me on Instagram, this is my second attempt to try to record my first video for my YouTube channel, where I will be offering classes for stress relief, for strengthening and lengthening, just all those good things that yoga offers to you. My name is Amani and I'll be your teacher today. Today's video is just going to be a stress relieving flow. It's going to be nice and slow, nothing too crazy. We're going to just start with the basics to get us warmed up for this channel. It's going to be a 30-minute class, and we'll focus on hips, we'll focus on upper body, just kind of a full body thing. But before we start, I just want to let you know, if you want to listen to a playlist, I'm going to link the playlist that I like to listen to in the description box. If you don't want to play that one, you can play one that you have or you created. It's just going to be 30 minutes. So just make sure you choose a playlist that has 30 minutes worth of nice, peaceful music. And with all that being said, let's get started on our mat. So we're going to start today in a comfortable seated position on your mat. That can be whatever it means to you, cross-legged, on your knees. Just find something comfortable for your body. If you need to put any props behind your hips to just lift them, tilt your pelvis forward, you can do that. If you want to just lay down, understandable, you can also do that. And just keep in mind that throughout today's practice, we are moving intentionally and mindfully. So listen to your body. If something is a no, do not push yourself to the limits. Just find that sweet spot between feeling the stretch and also comfort, so you're not hurting yourself. All right, perfect. So starting sitting up nice and tall, or from whatever position you're in, you're going to roll your shoulders down and back, lengthen through the spine, and just come to your natural breath, inhaling and exhaling a few times. And just noticing your natural rhythm without forcing anything, without changing anything just yet. If your eyes are open, you can keep a soft gaze or go ahead and close them. If they're still open, maybe you're seeing Flynn on the screen, my cat. He'll be around. Just settling in here for today's practice, letting go of your day so far, letting go of anything you have to do after this, just taking these 30 minutes just for you. Noticing, scanning your body, noticing how you feel from your head all the way down to your toes, any soreness or stiffness. And honoring where your body is in the present moment, knowing that it does so much for us. So just taking a moment here to honor and thank our bodies for all that they do for us. And then you're shifting your awareness to your thoughts and to your mind. Noticing what goes through your mind right now. I personally have a headache, so that's what's on my mind. But just noticing what comes up when the body is still. And like I said, trying to leave all of our tasks and to-do lists at the door. Leave them off the mat, creating a sacred place for yourself. Allowing your thoughts to flow like clouds. We're going to slowly start to deepen the breath. So take a deeper inhale, starting off from the bottom of your belly. And then exhale maybe through the mouth. 3 more like that. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Feel the belly rise. And exhale. We're going to continue like that, but we're going to just do that up towards our chest. So we're going to breathe from the belly up to the chest, and then we're going to exhale through the nose. So inhale. Two more. One more. And then on this last round, I want you to take the breath from the belly up to the chest, all the way up to your collarbones as you inhale. And then as you exhale, release from the collarbones, the chest, and the belly. We're going to take 4 breaths like this. I'll let you do it at your own pace. Take your time. We'll start. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more. Two more. One last one. Make it the deepest you've taken all day. Good. Coming back to your natural breath. Maybe taking an extra moment here to just set an intention for today's practice. This could be a word, a phrase, an affirmation, something that you can take with you throughout the practice on and off your mat. And once you've settled on your intention for today's practice, I invite you to take a deep breath in, inhaling it in, and then exhaling it through the mouth. Good. We'll get started with warming up the body. Flynn is just on another level today, so just ignore him if he is in this video. We'll start with the shoulders. The beauty of doing home pre-recorded workouts. You're rolling your shoulders down and back a few times. And then you're going to reverse the circles. Good. Just loosen up those shoulders. I know that I'm just like tense all day. Like I even sleep like this. So just release your shoulders. Let them go. And then come back to center, sitting up nice and tall. You're planting your right hand down to the mat. Inhale, left arm comes up and over to the right. Planting that sit bone to the mat. You're looking either up, forward, or down. Good. 3 deep breaths. One more. Good. Coming all the way back, planting that left hand down. And then your right arm comes up and over to the left, planting that right sit bone down. 3 breaths. Good. Take your time coming back through center. Inhale, arms come up overhead, look up. Exhale, turning to the left, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you, and you're twisting. Taking 3 breaths here. Maybe twisting deeper with each exhale. Good. Inhaling back through center, arms up. And then exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you, looking past your right shoulder. Good. Breathe. One more. Inhale back through center, arms up. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Hands come down to center. Beautiful. we'll stretch the neck out just a little bit. So you're going to inhale, right arm comes up and over to the left ear, tilt your head to the right, and then just feel that stretch between that left ear and left shoulder. You're not pulling your head here. You're just allowing the hand to grow heavy on the left side of your face. Good. If you want a little bit more, you can take that left hand out to the side or even hover it. I usually feel this all the way down through my arm. And then come back through center. Left arm comes up and over to the right ear. Tilt your head to the left, stretching through that right shoulder and the right side of your neck. Make sure you're breathing deeply. Again, if you want to extend that hand out to the side or even hover it off the mat just a little bit. Good. Inhale, coming back through center. And then you're shifting onto all fours. So your hands and your knees. You're placing your hands shoulder width apart. Your wrists are below your shoulder. And then your hips are above your knees and your knees are hip width apart. So this is your nice, strong, stable tabletop. You're engaging through the core. So you're not just dropping here. You're really tucking the belly button in towards the spine. And this is your neutral table. Whenever you're ready, you're going to inhale, drop the belly, look forward, cow pose. And exhale, round through the spine, push through the hands, cat pose. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Beautiful job. Take whatever movements feel good to you. Maybe that's really rolling the hips around one way than the other. Or maybe it's just making kind of like a wave motion. So you're inhaling, curving the spine, exhaling opposite direction, really puffing up through the upper back. Good. Really just get that spine nice and warm. Beautiful. After I guess this is your third round, come back through center, neutral, and walk the hands forward just a little bit. Big toes together, knees apart, child's pose. This is your resting pose if you ever need it throughout any yoga practice. And you're just pushing your hips down towards your heels. You can have active hands coming up onto the fingers. Or maybe you want more passive hands. You can bring them towards your head. Flynn is back, rubbing on my hair. So on that cue, you're coming back up into your tabletop, neutral spine. And then you're walking the hands forward, keeping the hips high. Walk the hands as far forward as you can. You're bringing the chest down towards the mat. Keep the hips up. Puppy pose. So here you can have your forehead to the mat. Or if that's not comfortable, you can bring your chin to the mat. Just find whatever feels good for you. And you're keeping those hips nice and high. It's kind of an intense shoulder stretch. So be mindful. Move with your breath. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly coming all the way up, shifting your hips down towards the mat, kind of into a seal pose or a lazy upward dog. You're just going to release the glutes, grow heavy in the hips, kind of counteract that stretch we just did. And then we're going to move through a nice little wave. So coming back up into your tabletop, pushing into your child's pose. And then you're going to wave forward, drop the hips into that lazy upward dog. So shift the hips back, child's pose, and then come all the way forward, lazy up dog. Good. A few more times. One more. Beautiful. And then you're pushing back into your downward facing dog. Whenever you're ready, walk the hands forward a little bit, tuck the toes, lift the knees, hover, shift the hips up and back. You can start your first down dog of today's practice with bent knees, so you don't really need to be too intense. And you can pedal the heels, one down to the other. Maybe shake the head, yes and no. Really push through the hands here, spreading the fingers, gripping the mat with your fingertips. And again, belly button up towards the spine. Nice long back, chest towards the thighs. Take a deep breath. Generously bend your knees, walk or step to the top of your mat into a forward fold. You're shifting your weight into the balls of your feet here, and you can keep your knees bent. No rush in trying to straighten them out. And from here, you're grabbing opposite elbows and then swaying from side to side a few times. Good. And then release the hands. We'll stretch the side of the leg. So you're bringing your right hand right underneath your face, and you're bending generously in that right knee. Straighten that left leg, and then bring the left arm up and over into a kind of like a twist. Good. Again, shifting your weight into the balls of your feet, and then straightening that left leg as much as you can. Feel that stretch all the way from your low back all the way down your leg. Good. And then come back through center. And we'll do that on the other side. Left hand under your face. Generously bend that left leg, straighten the right, and then right arm comes up. Beautiful job. Good. A few more breaths. And then come back through center. We're slowly rolling up through the spine. One vertebra at a time. Come all the way up. Arms up over your head. And exhale, palms to your chest. Beautiful. Adjust if you need to. I always need to adjust once I'm in a standing position. Good. From here, your feet are hip width apart. Lift your toes, engage through the whole body. So really tip your hips forward. So your tailbone is going down and your hips are moving forward. You're really straightening up through the upper body, and your ribs are coming in. You don't want to puff them out here. You want them in and engaged. Drop the toes, arms up, and then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, half lift. Nice long spine looking straight down. Keep a nice neutral neck. Again, shifting the weight into the balls of your feet. Make sure you're not all into your heels. And from here, folding again, stepping the left foot back. So you're stepping the left foot back into a runner's lunge, keeping a bend in that right knee. Your knee is over your ankle, and you're pushing through that back foot, making sure that your leg is nice and straight. If you need blocks here, you can grab some blocks. I don't have props currently, so I'll be getting some soon. And then slowly lower that left knee down. Untuck the toes, come into your low lunge, arms up over your head. Good. Again, in this position, you don't want to just be lazy and like slouching. I know it's like can feel good to just like, let loose, but you want some engagement. So you really want to zip up the ribs and like from the belly button up to the ribs, and keep a nice long spine, like just how we did in our mountain pose. And then our arms come up after that. Good. And then dip the hips a little deeper if you can. Good. Breathe. Two more. One more. And then you're bringing the left hand next to the right foot and twisting. You can keep your right hand on your right knee, or you can bring it up over your head towards the ceiling. Good. Breathe here for 2 more. And then plant that right hand down, shift the hips back, straighten that right leg, walk it forward, half split, folding over that right leg. You're gonna feel this in the right hamstring. Some people like to go really low down. It just depends on you and your body. If you wanna give yourself some room, you can even walk that right foot off to the side a little. Good. Breathe. And then from here, you're shifting back into that low lunge. Arms come up over your head. And then exhale, both hands on the inside of that right foot. Walk the right foot to the edge of the mat, lizard pose. So from here, you have a few options. You can just stay like this if you want. If you want it to be a little more spicy, you can tuck the back toe, lift that knee up. That's a little more spice. Or you can come onto the edge of that right foot and stay low, or lift. Or another option, I know a lot of options here, you can take your right hand, place it on your right knee, and really push that hip open. Good. So just find whatever feels good for you and take that for 3 breaths. Oh, one last option, I forgot. You can come down onto the forearms if that's available to you in your practice. If not, stay as you are and just breathe. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Good. Coming back onto that foot, planting the hand, and then you're going into that half split again. So shifting the hips back and then wiggling that foot forward, folding over that right leg. Good. A few breaths. And then you're shifting back, planting the palms, tuck the back toe, step forward into your forward fold. Beautiful job. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then you're stepping the right foot back this time for your runner's lunge. Again, if you need some space, you can walk that foot out to the side, or you want it nice and centered. Find what feels good in your body. Push through that back heel. Lift through the right kneecap. Beautiful. After a few breaths, nice and even, lower that right leg down, untuck the toes, come all the way up into your low lunge. Remembering our cues from the other side, we're really engaging through the core. We're not getting lazy. Good. A few more breaths. Maybe on the exhale, going lower into the lunge without compromising the knee over ankle. And on your next exhale, lower that right hand down. And then you can bring the left arm up and over, or you can just place it on the knee, whatever you prefer. And it could be different for each side. You're breathing here for 3. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. And then you're planting the hand, shifting the hips back, coming into that half split on the left side. If you need to walk the foot forward, this mat is really sticky, so it's hard for me to just slide my ankle or my heel forward. Good. Breathe. 1 more. And then you're shifting forward into that low lunge. Arms come up. Deep inhale, and on an exhale, plant both hands on the inside of that left foot, walking the foot to the edge of the mat. Remembering your options here, you can say like this, lift that right knee up or lower it, come onto the edge of the foot, or even come onto the edge of the foot and lift the knee. So just take whatever variation. If you want to come onto your forearms, if you want to do a little twisting action, find the variation for you, what your body needs today. It can be different every day. And hold that for 3 breaths. Good. After your 3rd breath, coming back onto the foot, planting the hand, and then shifting the hips back, coming into that half split. Just one more time on this side, folding over the left leg this time. And of course, if you have blocks at home, you can always use blocks, books, if you need some height underneath your hands. And then you're shifting forward, tucking the back toes, stepping up into your forward fold. Beautiful job. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then step 1 foot back, then the other. We just have 1 plank today. So hold this plank and really engage through the core, squeezing every part of your body, pushing. Think of cat spine, through the hands, puffing through the upper back, pushing through the heels. Good. 1 more breath. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. Almost got you today. Told you it's going to be chill. It is chill. We could always use a little bit more engagement, a little fire. Beautiful. And from here, you're bringing your feet together. Lift that right leg up and then bring it all the way into the right wrist, dropping your leg there. It doesn't have to be parallel with the front of the mat. You can just take it as far as it goes without your knee hurting, and then untuck the back toes, making sure that your hips are nice and leveled. This is your pigeon pose. Check that back foot, make sure it's okay. And we're sitting up here just for a few breaths. Really release through the hips, release through the glutes, and then come down onto the forearms for another 3 breaths. You can relax the head on your fists, balled up, or you can relax your head on the mat. If you need a prop underneath your right glute, you can take a block, placing it under the glute. That will just make you feel more supported if this is uncomfortable for you. And if this doesn't work at all, I will show you another variation. After this, we'll do our reclined pigeon. Good. Now you're coming back up onto the hands, tuck the back toes, and pay attention here because you want to take your time getting in and out of postures so you don't hurt yourself. So you're pushing through the arms. Think of plank pose, tucking the back toe, and then you're lifting, coming back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Pedal the feet out. And then bring your feet together. We'll do that on the other side. Lift the left leg up. And then bring that left knee to the left wrist. Walk it as forward as you can. And then just settling in here, finding what feels good, finding that limit of stretch. But it feels good. You know, you don't want any pain in the knees. So point your toes. Check that back foot. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. 2 more breaths. And then coming down onto the forearms. If you want a block under your head, you could take that as well. Making sure the hips are leveled. Again, if you need the block under the glute, you can place one right there. Good. Coming back up. And from here, you're going to sit onto that left glute. Swing that right leg around. And we'll just end today's practice with a few seated postures. So extending the legs nice and long in front of you. You're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take a nice passive forward fold, seated forward fold. The sun is out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, rounding through the spine. The hands don't have to touch the toes or the shins. They could be on the thighs. They could be on the mat. You're just releasing everything here. Like, release your neck. Let it go. Let it hang heavy. Maybe with each exhale, going deeper into this fold. Good. Inhale, coming up. Bring that right foot in to meet the left thigh or the left shin. Turn the torso towards that left knee. Arms come up. Inhale. And exhale, fold over that left knee. Again, no need to stretch for your foot. If it's right here, that's fine. If you're up here, that's fine. Just find what feels good for you. And breathe once you're there, making sure to push through that right knee down. If you need to use your hand, placing it on that right knee to just push it down towards the mat. You might feel this in the low back on the right side. Good. Inhale, rolling back up. Extend the right leg. Bring that left leg in, wherever you want it to be. Inhale, turn the torso towards the right knee. Arms come up. Exhale, folding forward, rounding through the spine, remembering to honor your body wherever it is today. If your hands are on your shins, that's fine. If you can't even fold, you're just like, it's too much. You could just have a little baby fold. You don't even have to round. Just try to relax your body. Good. Inhale, coming all the way up. Extend that left leg long. Bring yourself to the center of the mat. And then slowly using your elbows to lie all the way down onto your mat. And we'll just drop the knees from side to side, windshield wipering them a few times. Good. I like to give you a 5-minute Shavasana. So if that's not for you, you can click out of the video when you're done. But I really recommend that you take those last 5 minutes for yourself. So bringing the feet back to center, you're taking the right ankle over the left thigh, and you're interlacing your hands behind your left thigh. If you need to lift your head, interlace the hands and then relax it back down. You can do that. And this is your reclined pigeon. So this is a good modification for pigeon pose if you need it. You're pushing that right knee away from you. You're pulling that left leg in towards the chest, flexing the feet. Good. If you want a hamstring stretch with it, you can extend that left leg up. And then slowly release the leg back to the mat. And we'll do the other side. So bringing that left ankle on top of the right thigh, and then interlace the hands behind the right thigh. Good. Make sure to flex the feet. You're really pulling while pushing at the same time. This could feel good in the glutes. Beautiful job. And then slowly release. Bring both knees into the chest, maybe rock side to side. If you want to take a happy baby, you can. Interlacing the hands on the big toes or grabbing the outside of the feet. Knees are wide, feet are towards the ceiling, tailbone towards the mat. Good. And then come back through center. Squeeze yourself into a little ball one last time. Really lift your head, squeeze, 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 and then release everything to the mat. You can find whatever is most comfortable for you. So if you want your feet on the mat with your knees inwards, you can. Or you want to take a reclined bound angle, feet together, knees apart, hands to the side. Or you can extend the legs straight down. Find whatever feels good on your low back. And start to relax the entire body from your head all the way down to your toes. Coming back to your natural breath. Allowing it to soften. Relaxing your fingers, your arms, your shoulders. Relaxing your hips, your legs, your feet and your toes. If your eyes are open, take a soft gaze or close your eyes. Allow for the body to melt into the mat. Allow for your thoughts to flow freely without holding on to any particular thought. Maybe thinking back to your intention if you set one for today's practice. Allowing yourself the next 5 minutes of silence and relaxation. This is your Shavasana. I will guide you back once it's time. Slowly start to bring your awareness back to the space, back to your body, deepening your inhales and your exhales. Maybe slowly inviting movement back to the body, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, turning the head side to side, extending the legs straight down, taking a full body stretch. Maybe flexing and pointing the toes, or dropping the knees side to side. Whenever you're ready, with no rush, turning on to your favorite side. Take a few moments here. And then slowly push yourself all the way up into a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall on your mat. You can keep your eyes closed here. Bringing the palms to the chest. We'll seal today's practice with 3 cleansing breaths together. So we'll start by releasing all of the air out through the mouth. And then we'll inhale, our arms will come up over our heads. And then we'll exhale through the mouth, hands will come back down through center. Whenever you're ready. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Slowly flutter your eyes back open. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want to see more of. Hope you have a wonderful day. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Thank you so much.